Is it celebration day? Is this a brand new world? What on earth? What on earth just happened? I don't even know. But I know you guys in our Rise of Kingdoms community love timers. I've been asked multiple times about timers. So, bam. There you go. In 30 minutes on the dot, on the screen you have the timer. We're going to talk about the hottest subject in the Rise of Kingdoms community right now, because as funny as it sounds, I missed the milking of the content of the rioting because Lilith did crazy stuff. I mean, I'm truly speechless. I didn't think that it would last this short of a time. I thought I would have the time to make the video tomorrow. Don't look like it by what it looks like. It doesn't look like it. But we'll talk about that more in about 29 minutes. What's up, Toast? Yo, what up, Bronny? Yeah, you are unique. You're the only one with a green GG. You'll be that. I think you'll be the only one for a while too. So, what am I looking at? This. By the way, in case you're wondering, not that you are, but I still feel like saying it. I don't know what. Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you. I don't know what's going on. I just put it on a second ago. We're actually rocking a new hoodie. The Discord Partners hoodie, and the Discord logo is blue with my blue screen, so you can see the background of Rise of Kingdoms. But when Discord do something, Discord don't do it like halfway through. They go all out. I mean, these guys go all out. This hoodie has like logos all over it. You can see right there a small Partners logo, and then down at the bottom, like another like Discord logo on top of it. The laces say Discord Partner, which is kind of nuts. And they have in the back a stone patch of the Discord logo. So these guys are like, when they do something, they don't just send you like a shirt with the print on it or something like that. They go all out. They also sent in the package a pin, the classic pin. You can't see it because of the blue screen, but I can kind of figure it out. A little piggy, blue piggy. This goes part of the collection of the pins that they sent. Like, this came with the holiday season. Like, the things are blue. There's a Discord Partner up there. They send all these little knickknacks occasionally, which are really, really cool. And finally, like, they sent us a bunch of like a thing of stickers with the Discord logo and the Discord Partners, and like careful partner working, and the Discord warning and all that stuff. Like, warm up on board and whatever. Anyway, thank you, Discord. That was a fun little package that arrived. Yeah, things are crazy. Things are crazy, chat. I mean, I'm really looking forward to talk about what we got to talk about. But before we talk about what we got to talk about, I really quickly need to run. We have a 50% wheel I haven't spun yet. We spun 5 times yesterday, got twice an 8, which is kind of fun. Been spinning for Guan just a tad bit. I see no reason not to spin every single wheel, at least till the 10. To get the 5 sculptures, it makes a lot of sense to me. Especially because we ended up getting 16 out of 2. So that was very nice. And so we definitely ended up in Prophet City, spinning 10 times. And we'll end up with probably like 23 sculptures-ish out of the 10 spins. So that definitely worked out extremely well. Lilith is broken. I can't log in for real. Well, damn. What's up, Devil Lord? So yeah, we're spinning a little bit for Guan, just a tad bit. We got to get Guan on this account at some point. Spinning for him just to kind of slowly and steadily, you know, 10 things at a time. Even if it's like a couple sculptures here, a couple sculptures there. Like, it's not the biggest of deals, right? One day I'm going to make the investment. So if I can peel off a little bit of the cost as we go, or we're already almost at 4. At 5, we should maybe, well, I'm probably not going to get to 5. We need 10 more sculptures to get to 5. I might even spin more than that. I might go for like the 25 or even the 45 spin. I'm not so sure yet. Spinning is always worth it, so long as you're spinning inside these intervals. And if you are a gem master and you have tons of gems and you spend a lot of money and you're good to go, then you spin 184 times every time, because why the heck not? That's Sculpture City. Butter, I actually need to send a couple, one more farm into LIIL. I missed what I was going to say. Chat, crazy stuff, right? I don't know if you guys remember, we made a farm the other day on stream, exactly a week ago. Free spins on farm and normal spin is better than normal spins on main. That's happened to me too, unfortunately. Boom Raver, what's up, dude? I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing fantastic. I mean, I'm still enjoying my time with the farm in squad, so don't get me wrong. I gotta get that farm into LIIL at some point, but funnily enough and thankfully enough, I'm still in squad with the farm that we made about a week ago on the Wednesday stream last week. And, well, with the slight exception of the ads, we have progress. We have a lot of progress. Did I not click on these today? I clicked on everything but on this. Ooh, we have speed ups. Training speed ups. Speed ups are less significant for me, although the monthly bundles are fantastic. I would have preferred the material monthly bundle, but of course it ain't gonna work the way we want it to work, right? Am I not coming to the altar? Is the altar right now? I have no idea, Sim. I have no clue what's going on. I don't care for the altars or the ruins, to be quite honest with you. I don't keep up with them. I've stopped caring for honor a long time ago. Let's go see where is the freaking thing. I'm way back here in LIIG territory. Hello, are you gonna come out? Altars right now, is it? I didn't know. I haven't been paying attention to the altar. Hello. I haven't been paying attention to honor and altar and all that stuff. Probably on Marauders, I'm not gonna lie to you. Spending AP. I'd probably spend it on Marauders. Where on earth? Oh, it's going on already. You guys are still here? How long is left on this? I saw the mail about it, but I could not be bothered. What time is it? How long is left on this? When did this start? Hello? 47 minutes. Jeez. I missed most of it. How long of a march is this? We're probably gonna miss all of it. More than likely. Come on. Let me march here. How long of a march is this? Sheesh. 9 minutes. I'm gonna grab half an hour of it. Better than nothing, I guess. I guess it's better than nothing. You go this way. Right, that's enough. When's the past 6 opening? I think like next week. A kingdom is nothing without its honor. Okay. Okay. I guess we are nothing. I guess we are nothing. I can't, again, Bronny, I can't care any less for the stalkers and for the achievement. It's 500 gems. 500 gems. Too much of a headache. Sit there and wait for them to spawn and hit them and And the crazy lag in P. Like, I understand why to do it. I did it. I used to do it a lot, but for 500 gems, I'm completely fine to give it up. Monday 14 UTC, there you go. 16 UTC, sorry. So 7 p.m. my time. Oh boy. Then we got Tuesday and Wednesday. That was a starter reference. Starter reference. Romulan. Wait, what? A Star Trek. Oh, not a Star Trek fan. No disrespect to the Star Trek community. I know it's huge, and I know it's culture. I just never got into it. I never got into the whole space shows for a while. 10 more legendaries for KVK helmet. You're doing the KVK helmet? Nice. I might actually get the KVK helmet just to get it, I guess. I need to use the 2 coins. This has been a weird KVK, has it? Marauders have reset hyped to see on what KVK is with. Nice. Hitch, that's awesome. But Titch, why are you trash talking? Why are you trash talking? Was it LIIG on Arc? He tilted off Speedy. It was really funny. No, not at all, Momo. Oh, Momo, trust, brother, trust, or lady. No offense. It's I'm used to it by now. Even if it was meant, it's not a big deal. I don't take it like that. But guys, the head mod of this channel, trash talking, man, trash talking. I think 235 and LIIG had Arc. LIIG and 235 had Arc, and I guess Titch trash talked, and I guess Speedy or Cloudy really got Speedy, I think it was, got really mad for some, I don't know what reason. He cares what others have to say? Question mark. But Titch went like on a full on like trash talk, and the man went out on him on the podcast. I actually kind of laughed at it. I'm like, he's actually talking about Titch. And I was like, well, this is awkward. I don't know what to... Time out, Titch. I don't know what the heck happened. I just found it extremely funny. That's all. I'm like, yo, this man be on the troll station. Oh, I gotta do this, for crying out loud. I forgot. We gotta do Soroli. We gotta do Soroli because materials, pretty much. Let's go do Soroli real quick. I posted in the members chat if any of you want to join. We gotta do the whole spec of them. Yeah, what's up, JW? See if squad's around. But while we're waiting, this is laggy as hell because we have the other accounts on as well. Oh. I didn't think people would join. I guess we'll go on the other farm later to show you guys the progress on that one. Come on, load. Yeah, so funny enough, 4 to 5. Come on, load. 7 days in squad. That was fun. I'm still in squad with the farm, by the way. It is already indeed 600k power. City Hall 17. It has 4 marches, as you can see. It does not have troops yet. I'm gonna get off of it. Does not have troops yet for 4 marches, which is the struggle. Uh-oh. There's Ross. There you go. I was talking to Bulba since we beat 1 AVG last arc. I don't even know why all of this is such a huge deal. Like, I'm like, okay, boys, like you guys go do your own little, fight your own little thing. I'm just gonna go to the side. Oh my goodness, the lag on this is just superb. The lag on this is just superb. It's superb. Crying out loud. I'm on my way. And I'm the wild card, because once you have Tamaris doing her thing, everything becomes a whole lot easier. Oh, we got our green side. Perfect. Alright, since we beat 1 AVG last arc, I said, oh, time to beat another top 32 team to joke with Bulba. Didn't even meet anything. Got some new people in our team and some main people not playing this time. We'll see next Osiris League come out on top. Well, damn. Speedy takes everything way too serious. Nah. Speedy's a troll. But that was funny. But that was really funny. I mean, again, most teams that are top 32 teams use the regular arc games just to practice random stuff. Majority of them don't take it as 100% as like you'd think. And especially when there's like either a despair of power or a despair of kingdoms, right? So I can tell you that we won our arc with LIIT when we were like, no troops, no nothing. I quit the match 10 minutes ahead of time to go cast kind of thing, and we still somehow won. I like Chiskel too. At least we get this done. That's all I care for. Get this done so that we grab the materials. The materials is really all that matters. Although the real material fest is during Ian's ballads. 13 epic materials. That's a nice little chunk. I don't care that I'm getting hit. This thing is dead. Nice. Easy peasy. Oh, that's nice. I'm the only one who hasn't done this. Cool, thank you. This. Invite. Did I put in Lost Kingdom chat one? I was like, whatever. I have a better thing. Just don't chase kills like I do. It works, believe it or not. Shadow Legion. Ooh, is there Shadow Legion on the thing too? Shadow Legion has very nice math. What are we listening to? Oh, what do you know? Shadow Legion. Ian's ballads. This is 13. This is going to be a lot more. This can be like 22. There has to be some sort of event coming up as well. There has to be some sort of event. And this is also, believe it or not, this has been good to me. I got a full I got a freaking full Edward on a farm. That was actually very funny. But lots of resources on farms from free spins. 47 keys, 15 days. I mean, we're going to pile up a little bit more keys. We're going to pile up a little bit more keys. And then we're going to do like a big opening one of these days. Hopefully we get a bunch of 10s. I would rather get a bunch of 10s. So that even if it's 10s that we have, so that we can keep going. Hitting the 200 is the dream. And it would be nice if we can hit the 200 with like 150 keys or something like that by continually just trading in. Until we either run out of trade-in, which I doubt we will run out of trade-in things. That's great on farms. It is. It is. It's been really, really good on my farms. I've been enjoying it a lot. I picked up like 2 million gold the other day, 5 million food. Like, you just hope and pray you land on resources on the farms. And when you land on resources on the farms, you're on the money. Who's tanking? E? Oh, that way. Use up a little bit of skills. I have 60 plus keys before the event. We even got the event. I think I can hit 200 without spending a dime on it. Yeah. You can definitely get the keys, especially on during off season when you get those Warpath events that are just 4 days where you train 2000 T2s and above and you get 4 keys a day, 16 keys during the event. You get like a Viking event like we did right now, 5 keys per seasonal event. You get 2 of those a month. So you can really, within a month of just grinding for the keys, the free keys, you can low-key probably end up with like 20 to 30 keys a month. Plus every single day a free one during the KVK means 49. So if you had a 2-month break, you're already looking at 160 plus add the 20 to 30 from the month of KVK, even month and a half. So you're looking at almost 180, 190. If you have legendary commanders expertise, then you get those, then you get keys in return. You get 50 coins when a key is 40. So essentially, if you get a head that you already have, you actually are profiting on your key because you're getting your key back and another 10 coins because keys are 40, right? So by actually by getting 3 heads you already have, you gain 4 keys, which is cool if you decide to trade for keys. In other people's situations, if they're legendary commander sculptures, already expertise and all that good stuff, you exchange those for legendary commander sculptures, the regular ones, as you know, you don't want to play the gambling game. I still think that I have enough on my plate that I can allow myself to get more of the random commanders out there, from Khan to more Saladins. I wouldn't mind expertising I low-key wouldn't mind expertising my Saladin if it comes from that slowly and steadily as time goes by. I wouldn't mind doing that. I wouldn't mind getting a little bit more on my Guan, a little bit more on my Herald. Like, it sucks when you sometimes get commanders that are less useful and you're like, well, I could have used that for a commander that is actually 100% useful for me. I get that mentality. We're just not, I'm not too microing into it. I'm enjoying it more than anything else. Do I still play Infinite Galaxy? I do, Mr. Devil. I don't only play Infinite Galaxy. We have an Infinite Galaxy channel linked in the chat, Galactic Gecko. We post there 2 to 3 times a week. And yeah, I've been very much enjoying. They've had a massive update lately. They introduced a second flagship into your fleet, which is kind of what we have in ROK now, 2 commanders. And they changed a lot in the mechanics of the game. Like the war mechanics changed practically entirely. Which troops get prioritized first and all that. So like the game is still staying fresh. I'm enjoying it for now, at least. Can I take off my hat? You're very curious. What are you curious about? What are you curious about? The hat, I usually only wear the hat during streams, and it's for the logo pretty much. Unless I'm streaming, I don't wear, or making videos, I don't wear hats on the day-to-day. What to invest in first, Guan, Herald, or CJ? Guan. It's not even a question. Guan is not even a question. Guan is a mistake that I should have made. Sure, like I should have already, I should have had. I should have gotten Guan. But I did not. Look at all the lag in here. Ugh. At least they're grabbing a little bit of individual. A bunch of people have asked me this in the past, like why do I wear a hat? Oh, well, there goes Ronnie. Thank you, Luca. And after Guan, that's a good question. I'd probably go CJ over Herald personally. Posh, it's one step at a time, homie. One step at a time. Let's not get carried away. Not celebrate yet. Don't count your don't go too far. Enjoy the moment. For now. Yeah, Titch, that's not fair. Alex should have been worked on way before you worked on Guan. Why did I wear a hat? Strictly for the logo. Like, one of the guys that I used to watch, that I watch a lot, is, I used to more, now I don't watch him as much, is Summit1G on Twitch. And he streams with a hat. Now, he wears a hat sometimes, like most of the time also off stream, I guess. So, I guess that makes sense. But I always liked when Summit streamed that he would get from the sponsors, from his sponsors, hats with their logo. And so I always was like, you know what? Let's build a persona that wears a hat so that, you know, maybe in the future we would do what we're doing right now. Put our logo on here, like rock a little bit of the stuff from the partners and things like that on stream. And so for me, the hat was just another space, essentially. Another space. That's all it is. Now, the last thing I do before I turn on the stream, and the first thing I do when I turn it off, is put the hat on and take the hat off. Like I don't wear it on the regular. Oh my goodness gracious! And now it's gonna AOE on us too, so we gotta go. And always insta AOEs. Insta AOE, and now we go again. Infinite Galaxy hat. If they send one, I'll rock one. I told that to Lilith too. I'm like, yo, Lilith, all custom hat, not a big deal. It's like, it's actually, believe it or not, Gecko Bald confirmed. Oh yeah, I've been balding for like 5-6 years now. Gosh, it's nothing new. But if you go take a quick peek at the richest men in the world, majority of them are also bald, so go figure. What the coming years, month will be looking like for Rise of Kingdoms? I have no idea. I have no clue. I couldn't even start guessing, especially after this resource change attempt situation that happened. That changes a lot. That changes the game entirely. This whole scenario changed the game entirely. I couldn't care less. Like I'm actually typing. while in the AoE. Let's see AoE, and there's Gecko. Lol. We'll survive this, I'm sure. If not, we've done our part, kind of. Our poison is doing its thing. Oh, we're live. The countdown says we're live. Damn. All right. Apparently it says we're live. Now, Titch, no more rant video tomorrow. Bunch of trolls. A bunch of trolls, chat. Why is my game interface so laggy? Because this computer is playing the game while also streaming, while also rendering video for YouTube, while also doing a bunch of things at the same time. This game is not fully dedicated only for the game. This computer is not only fully dedicated for the game, and even with a fully dedicated computer just for the game, the limitations of Memu Player are like it's a huge bottleneck on the computer resources. It's kind of dumb. You think new archers will combat Xeno's healing, high debuffers, or DPS? Maybe. You never know. You really can't know. You really can't know. Xeno meta can be here for a very long while, just as much as the Takeda meta was, by the way. Hell yeah. As long as we don't get bones, we're happy, boys. That's almost 2 epics right there. Did we get any bones so far? That's almost 2 epics. By the way, if anyone wants from 401 wants to send me resources before the update that restricts sending resources, just so you know, y'all are welcome to send me. I will host your resources gladly and utilize them very well. Chat, don't tell them. All right. You didn't invite me for the 3 I need? You didn't tell me you needed any. I just went. Ross, I'll invite you for the 3rd one again, and we'll do the other 2. I'll invite you first this time. I didn't know you needed any. I'm down to do them. I'm down to do them. But we gotta do the resource talk real quick. I'll invite you for this one. We're almost there. Someone randomly joined, so... Kakarot joined us. Oh, there it is. Alright. I'm gonna do these again with you, Ross. I'll just post them in here. The last one, I'll invite you first, and then the other 2. And the rest. I didn't know you needed some, sorry. Alright. I do want to do the resource talk. However, I do know also that I want to have my full attention on it. So give me a second. I know the timer is out. Gotta go back to work soon. Damn. Alright. I'll invite you for the last one at least. And then the other 2, just let me know whenever you're not busy, and I'll come help you with them too. Tell Nak he's a noob. He is a noob. He knows this. It's okay. People join like last second. The last one you can definitely join, Ross. I'll invite you for the last one. At least one of them you'll get done. What's up, Lucy? How's it going? Can I please? Alright, we're fighting up here, I guess. Sure. No AoE on this commander, so just an FYI. This is two targets and we're only hitting 1. Kind of blows, but that's okay. We should still be good. I mean, getting these with 5 people is so much easier. It's just hit. Especially if you know all the little bugs and little things. It's just like hit. Has anyone ever bought a potion, by the way? Chat, what the frick? Chat, have any of you ever bought a potion to get Ceroli done? I never ever bought a potion. Like I have a crap load of coins, actually. I have a dumb amount of leftover coins. Like I have an actual... No, I have a decent amount of coins left over. I just don't need them beyond... Like you get so many coins compared to like the... We have Kiera expertise, so we don't need... There's nothing we need. We get the teleport, we get the materials, but... You ain't even hitting? I was hitting. I was trying to hit. I've never bought a potion. When's Devil Pass? 6 Pass? Apparently Monday. At 16 UTC. I have so many coins, I just buy resources now. That makes a lot of sense. Mr. X-Bull, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate you subscribing. Spend 250 coins, it'll make an event much easier. Potions are useless. I mean, Matthew, again, the event is easy. I'm not doing it. We don't do anything, right? Makes sense to start buying materials, speed ups, and resources just to spend the coins, right? I mean, when you're I can understand that, Matthew, when you're a weaker player, I guess I'd call it, because my jumper account is the same thing. Like my jumper account, if I get potions, I bet we can get it done much easier. And I do struggle getting Ceroli done on the jumper if I don't have the right set of people with me to kind of carry. I mean, they don't have to full carry, but they have to be able to pull a little bit more than their own weight. And so sometimes we had a little bit of issues doing it on the jumper. So I can see why technically buying a potion makes a lot of sense. I just never had to. All right, let's invite Ross first, and then we'll wait the minute. Oh, that's Brawny. Thank God. Thank God that's Brawny. Lol. Sorry, Brawny. I was like, frick bones. But then it's like, oh, nope. Nope. Brawny, I think you have access to the members channel too, right? So you can get in here regardless. I feel targeted? Nah. You were just a joke. Brawny can come in here regardless, I think. Did we get bones at all? No. Nice. Perfect. So this is 28 blue materials so far, which translates down to 7 epics. 7 epics is not bad. 7 epics is actually very good. Where's Brawny? What else we got? Gimme stuff. Give me stuff. What do we get? What stuff? Oh. See, I haven't even been to a single altar yet. Darkness or ruin, anything. This is the first time I end up in one of these. I need to pay attention more to when they are just to get it done. Just to get these, really. And, well, we want these. The timer done? 1 minute? Yes. I can invite squad. Because Ross has to go. You just missed the fights. Oh. You guys got double rallied? That's fun. $20K troops, extra troop skills so much faster for some reason. Nice. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. It's like 10% more troops. I'm gonna stream 556 this KVK tomorrow. When does it start? What does it do? Isn't that Chiskel's thing going on? I saw. There's a lot to talk about the update. I saw what I believe it or not, I follow up with our Rise of Kingdoms a little bit. Oh, and here I actually don't want to chill in the AoE. I wasn't in there, so that's nice. Oh, that's lovely. This is just lovely. Get out of here. First, you move out just to get out, and secondly, go further away because You suck. And now I come back. I may have walked like miles and miles and miles and miles out for no real reason. But, sure. Doesn't matter. As long as we don't get the... These guys ate some AoE. That sucks for them. That sucks for them. When it switches forms, we vibing. We keep hitting it. I don't care. Now M gotta go. But we're just gonna keep following and attempting to tag it if we can march fast enough. Bronny, what are you gonna tank? You have a multiplier. Oh, that's gonna hurt. M is like, yeah, I don't want to tank swap with you. You just stay tank, and I'm just gonna come from the back and hit it. I ain't tank swapping with you. Bronny, your stack is also done, so you're good. But what he's doing is right. He's going left and right, making it come up and down, up and down. That way we don't have to move after it. When's the Pass 6 opening? Monday, apparently. Two of them got wrecked. Just hit the damn thing. I don't even know if it's me. It definitely was me. It was definitely me. Can we please? Fine. We should be fine. We do enough damage that it doesn't really matter. Two procs of skills and we're like 40k damage, which is 20% of what remains. Not even two procs, one proc. Should be gold. Oh, that hurt. Bye. And E, you came this way. Guess what? It's now pointing up this way. You don't want to be here. Oh. That's it. That's all. Just keep grinding it down for the next minute and 20 seconds. Less than that, right? Quick and painless. Quick and painless. Just get it done. Hell yeah. Bro, you don't hit? I do, though. You stop hitting when it changes sides. That's all. You just stand attacking? No. I'm actually targeting it. I'm actually targeting it. It stands every time you freaking... I had to run away. No! Why? I hate this. You are not attacking. Okay. Not gonna argue with you guys. Which accessory? Yadviga YSS. What for XY Chandra? Yadviga YSS. Which accessories? Bones for you. Yeah, I saw. Yadviga YSS. We probably still want to go Horn Ring. Maybe. Bone for you, I saw. Drum and bass. Yep. Yep. Playing kind of nice stuff in the background. I'm keeping my ears into the music a little bit. F indeed. So unfortunately, we didn't get too much out of that. Let's see if we can get a little bit of materials. No problem, Ross. And we can do the other ones later. I'll be around. We got a boatload of stuff we got to unload. We got more resources in here. What did I want? I wanted to pop this. I wanted to pop that, this, that, this. Did that not go? That did not go. Cool. All right, time to talk about, is it true that Governor sold his account for 100K? I have no idea. All right, let's talk about the resource change, chat. Let's start from the beginning. Let's start from the beginning. Let's go through through a little bit of a history talk of Rise of Kingdoms for a little bit, just so we can better understand the subject at hand and the situation that this potential attempt of an update could have caused. Okay. And so if we go back really quickly and talk and try to understand a little bit better how Rise of Kingdoms works, okay, and how every mobile game of this category works, you got to remember one simple thing. Majority of the achievement of the progression of anything you need to do in the game is what's called a two-variable approach. The two-variable approach is one that means essentially there are two variables you require in order to progress. One variable in a sustainable game, both variables are grindable, where one variable is absolutely 100% grindable and achievable. Oh my god. I'm gonna get mad at this. Is 100% grindable and achievable, while the other one is the pay to win aspect of the game. Okay, now the thing about the pay to win aspect of the game is, obviously a pay to win game needs to have some pay to win aspects. Okay, the two variable approach is everywhere. Equipment, you need blueprints and you need materials. Troops or growth or whatever it is, you need speed ups and you need resources. Healing, you need speed ups and you need resources. Everything is a two variable approach, where one variable should be grindable, should be achievable in game, and the other one should be less achievable, more pay to win. That way there is a healthy environment. Okay, what ended up happening with Rise of Kingdoms from the beginning was that things cost way too many resources, especially after you hit T5. So getting to T5s is a long process, and remind you, you need a lot of resources for the researches as well. Hundreds of millions of gold go into researches before you even start talking about, oh my goodness, Apache is trying to listen. Apache, I'm sorry, my man, I'm gonna leave you that for 53, but you're chaining in an area of 51s and above. I don't tend to ruin people's chains, but these are fairly uncommon yet. I'm gonna leave you that 53, but I know you could have chained the 54 as well and the 55 and all that. Anyway, resources. Training troops is not the problem. Growing is not the problem. The problem is once you've peaked, once you've hit T5s, 99.9% of your resources are going to go into training and healing. That's it. Very few resources are going to go into other things, such as gold for equipment, or a little bit of resources here and there exchanged for bastion quests, or all that different kind of stuff. Okay, so once you've peaked, it's all about how many resources you can get, and based on that, then the question is, how many speed ups can you get? Because without resources, you don't have speed ups, don't matter. Without speed ups, resources kind of don't matter. Okay, now here's what I can see as a problem. There was never a barrier as to how many resources one can get. So the big whales have stupendous amounts of speed ups, which they hoard months and months and months in between KVKs, spending money on packs. And then when the time would come and they would be ready to fight, I mean, there is no chance that they can gather the amount of resources they need to fight the amounts of fights they are used to fighting. Now, this is all 100% Rise of Kingdoms and Lilith's fault, because they have set a game in which essentially the biggest of whales can choose to max buy the shop every day for the next week, get all the speed ups in the world, and then can use them because there's no limitation on anything else, right? So what ended up happening is we have a game in which someone like Baba, for example, can drop 100 million, 120 million power defending a flag, because Baba knows he can full buy the shop all day, every day, get speed ups, and then resources are achievable. Now, how are resources achievable? There are three kinds of players in Rise of Kingdoms. There is the players who gather for themselves, and that is players who, depending on how high of a level they play, have humongous amounts of accounts. And we're talking about people with 70 farms type of thing. We're talking about people that have over 15 to 20 farms. I know of folks who have quit the game and were maintaining 16, 14, 20, 30 farms, okay? Now, when you gather, okay, in Rise of Kingdoms, it's not a matter of how quickly can you gather, because time is the same for everybody, right? If you have one gatherer or two gatherers, 1 hour is 1 hour regardless. So what a lot of people figured out a long time ago is that it doesn't matter how much you gather individually. The matter is how many marches can you employ to gather for you per hour. So if you can employ 20 marches an hour to gather, then now the question is, what are you gathering? So you have 20 marches gathering for you permanently, which means level 6 gold food tile, for example, at 1 million food for 2.5 hours ish. Let's say 3 hours to make it like exceptionally long, because if you're in a decent farm alliance and you have commander's level 40, you put on the boost, a level 6 should take you like under 3 hours, okay? But we'll use the 3 hours just for the mark of it, okay? At 3 hours throughout the day, and pretending that we're not going to gather 24/7 because we sleep and all that, we're gonna gather, for the sake of this argument, 15 hours of the day. You can even make it 18 hours of the day if you drop a gatherer right before you go to sleep or something like that, okay? But if you're gathering 15 hours a day at 20 gathering marches, okay? And each march every 3 hours takes a tile. That means that you're gathering 1 tile every 3 hours, 5 tiles in 15 hours, 5 tiles a day, 5 million resources per march. At 20 marches, we're talking 100 million resources a day. 100 million resources a day, okay? Being gathered. If you gather 15 hours a day consistently, that is acceptable. That is doable. People who actually keep up with these things can tell you that they can easily, comfortably gather the 5 cycles a day. Some of them gather even 6, and some crazy ones even 7, okay? And so now the question is, how many resources do you need? How many resources do you need? Because if you're making 100 million resources a day, and the resources on the cycles of KVK is once a month, then you have 3 billion resources you can gather in that time, okay? And that's what you got to play with. If you want to be able to play with more than 3 billion resources, you have only one option: employ more marches to gather for you. That's how it is. So if you're someone who spends 4 billion of each resource every KVK, you have 30 days. You need to get 12 billion resources in 30 days. Do the math, okay? Just simply do the math. And that's how many marches you need. Now, some people do that. I can tell you that I know individuals having right now over 10 farms employed on their favor, which they maintain by themselves, okay? If you get your farm to City Hall 17, which is where my farm, let me check here, okay? Which is where my farm is. If you get it to level 17, you're gonna get 4 marches per farm, okay? So at 10 farms, you have 40 marches. You get to 22, even better. 40 marches every 5 tiles a day. That's 200 million resources a day you're gathering. Okay. So what ended up happening is that there is 3 types of players in Rise of Kingdoms. There's the guys gathering for themselves, which is absolutely crazy, and it's doable. There's the guys gathering for others. And then there's the guys buying resources, okay? There's 3 players in this game. And for the record, gathering for myself and selling resources at the same time is a thing. It exists. It is what it is. Now, what does buying resources mean? First and foremost, buying resources is the number one approach for most big players in this game. I can promise to you that none of these big players have the time nor the capacity to spend the amount of time you need to get the resources they get. I mean, for crying out loud, we see folks with billions of resources. Now, here's another thing, right? If you spend enough money on Rise of Kingdoms, you also get resources out of buying in the game, right? But obviously, majority of the bundles are being used for speed ups, not for resources. I can tell you though that Baba, for example, when he migrated to Kingdom 59, he opened a bunch of his bags, so he has a lot of resources available because he needed to do a Mightiest Governor a few days after. So he had a little bit of bag issues when it came to gold, so we helped him out with that. But everything else, he opened his bag and had billions of resources. But realistically, if we go scout him right now, he should have tens of billions of resources. And there is no way he's gathering them by himself. Now, I'm not calling him a cheater, and I'm not calling him anything bad. I think that what he does is correct, right? He plays a game at a high level, and a lot of people do at a very high level in terms of the cost of it, and the game is not sustainable at that level. The game itself is not sustainable at that level. You need someone with 20 farms. Now, can Baba sustain 30-40 farms? He can, but a businessman like him, or a businessman like many other businessmen in our community, in 1 hour of time make more money than it costs to maintain them. Bunny has 30 plus farms and spends stupid amount. Yeah, well, I don't think that Bunny goes into all 30 farms every day, all of them, because even if it's 5 minutes a farm, you're talking 3 hours a day every time just to go between the farms. So think about it. If it's 5 minutes per farm, okay, and it's 2.5 hours worth of gathering, by the time you went between the first farm and the 30th farm, the first farm finished gathering. And you're gonna tell me, well, he does 10 at a time with a supercomputer or with a server or whatever the heck, not sure. Unless Bunny gets money without working, which happens too, and that's completely fine. Majority of people will not spend hours time gathering. They would, with the money some of these guys make every single hour. I cannot believe this actually came back. What a joke. Even though we told it to stay. Bottom line is, there's a lot of people out here spending money on resources, period. Or paying someone to maintain their farms in some shape or form. Whether it's, I have a 100 million accounts, let me give you one. I'll buy on it, I'll sustain it, you just play on it, but at the same time you gather for me and for that account. I know of people who have taken that arrangement, free-to-play players who are playing on someone's funded account while they are maintaining farms for that individual. That exists in this game. But then Lilith came about and said, listen, we got to stop this behavior. Now, for the record, what Lilith did is not bad. Now, let me explain before half of you guys are going to unsubscribe and leave, okay? What Lilith did is not bad. What Lilith did, trying to put a blockade on the resource assistance, is they tried to make it so that the ability of people to endlessly spend and endlessly wreck you comes down a little bit. The biggest issue games like Rise of Kingdoms face is when you can endlessly spend and endlessly get ahead. And this is why Rise of Kingdoms, for the record, is one of the better games in terms of the pay-to-win department. Because if you go into a game like Lords Mobile, there is no limit on how many bundles you can buy. You can buy the $100 bundle 50 times. So you buy the 5, 10, 20, $50 bundle, and then you can spam the hundreds. Think about what would happen if someone like Baba, like MF, like Governor, like, I don't even know, Death Squad, instead of, or Redline, instead of being, or Unnamed, instead of being limited to $300 bundles, imagine they could buy like 30 of the one bundle they really like. Equipment bundle, training bundle, Call of the Ancient bundle. Can you imagine how massive these guys would get and how much crazier fights would get? So what Lilith tried to do is Lilith tried to set a maximum amount that an individual can recover in a day. And if you're willing to go above that, that would mean strictly like permanent losses. That's what Lilith essentially tried to do. Lilith tried to limit the amount of non-permanent losses individuals get in Rise of Kingdoms. Governor sold his account apparently for $100 bucks or $100,000 bucks. I've heard $100 bucks. I've heard $100,000 bucks. I don't even know. Like, are you brain dead? Where are you? That March didn't come back. What the hell is going on? I don't even know anymore. Dynasty 365 versus 846. Okay. Essentially, what Rise of Kingdoms really want is they wanted to limit the amount of unlimited renewable losses you can take. That's all this was, okay? Now, is it a moment? It is. Because at the end of the day, a lot of us enjoy the game to the extent that is beyond what they wanted to be the upper realm. But if you think about it, it didn't really change that much. And I'll explain why. Sorry, but if someone like Baba is spending $1 million plus, they kind of deserve endless fighting because you said it. You don't have to the time of a businessman. They pay to enjoy. Yes, Skava, but you're forgetting one simple thing. There is, for him to have endless fights, there has to be someone on the other side willing to take endless fights. And what you're thinking about is you're thinking about the one individual who spends $1 million plus. And let me tell you something, Skava. There are more people who have spent two figures. If we take, I can take right now in 401 alone, more people that have spent less than $100 in this game and have still spent more. There are more people in Rise of Kingdoms that have spent less than $10 in the game. And overall, those people have spent much more than $1 million bucks. The big whales are nice and fun and they're like juicy, you know what I mean? But Lilith does not live or die by Baba spending in the game. Remember that they pull $30 to $40 million a month, right? $1.5 million in 3 years is insane, but that's not what breaks Lilith, you know? I like the resource change, don't at me. So here's what you guys didn't kind of take into account, and I think is, I am not a fan of this change. I'm glad it was reverted, but it really didn't change much. And let me explain to you why. The only limitation that it added essentially a positive and a negative limitation. The positive limitation that it added is that if you want to buy resources from a resource seller, you can't the night before get 20 billion resources. The resource seller is going to have 200 million resources on hand every single day to send you, or else they don't make the deadline. The other thing is, I can tell you there are resource sellers out there who are not really gathering. They are middlemen resource sellers. So I have, for example, a middleman resource seller business, okay? And I have 15 people in 401 that are right now gathering some resources for my business, okay? And then comes Putty, and Putty puts an order in of 2 billion of each resource. I'm going to talk to all of the guys that are gathering for me. I'm going to pick up a little bit of resources from each one for a cheaper price than I sell it. and then I sell the chunk all at once to Putty, for example. So I've seen resource sellers that all of a sudden get like 50 people. One guy buys resources and 50 different people from the whole kingdom start sending them resources. Why? Because these are all individual people working for the one resource seller. There are plenty of those out there. There are also resource sellers who use bots and gather, and there's also resource sellers that are human beings. At the end of the day, I've shown you that you can very easily open 9 screens at the same time, right? I can open 9 accounts on this screen right now. And if I sit here and click, it's not going to take me too long to maintain 18 farms. Okay? So all this did in terms of the positive is that resource sellers would now have to be ahead of the game. And they would have to be able to sell these resources at a long-term pace. They cannot miss a day, or else rest in peace your resources. Okay? Now, the big problem and the negative part of this whole shebang is someone like me, for example. I last KVK did not have, and this KVK2 did not have necessarily a bunch of resources. And when I got to a point where I was low on resources, someone in 401 dumped like over 1 billion resources on me. It's like, hey, I'm out of the game, but I have a ton of resources. Here you go. That is where the 200 million resource bottleneck is problematic. Because at the end of the day, once a person hit 200 million, they cannot help anymore. And they cannot get helped anymore. It's a problem. It's a huge problem. And so I get 200 million resources worth of assistance. I fight for another few minutes. And then I have just no way to get my hands on more resources. And that is game over. Can you go over the update? We did that in the last video. You go check out the last video I uploaded. It was all about the last update. We talked about everything in there. And in the process, it would completely destroy the concept of farms before KVK, Kingdom Banks, helping whales during the days of war, etc. It would change it. It wouldn't kill the process. It wouldn't destroy it. You wouldn't be able to help whales during the days of war. No, you wouldn't. You could ahead of time, but you definitely couldn't during the days of war. No. And again, this helping the whales with resources is exactly my point. The game wants you to not help the whales so that the whales keep pumping up money and troops. So what the game wants is it wants the low tier spender to still have a huge impact. There are still kingdoms out there that believe that a T4 player is better off sending all their resources to a T5 player on the field than showing up on the field themselves. There are still kingdoms out there who think that, which is completely ridiculous. The Koreans have shown you how a 30 million power player can be extremely effective on the field. Yeah, they take a 5-to-1 trade, negative trade, but the one that they take out is one that if there is 50 of these guys taking 1 for every 5 of theirs I take, they're gonna kill me. Either I can get positive trades, sure, but I'm dead. And if there's enough of those, I'll get a 10-for-1 trading and my kills will be insane, but I'll lose the field and I'll lose the event. So what on earth did getting 10 billion kills help me when I lost the KVK? And that's what happened to us with the Koreans. The 10 million leak was game over. I don't know why people went crazy. It's like, it's actually ridiculous. Someone said, let's just spread a 10 million limit, and the community went major Like, I think that it's any of us or of you, because I did not go crazy about it. This is why I did not instantly make the video. I actually missed out. I technically missed out on a lot of good content, because I mean, everybody who made videos about this, everybody watched their videos, everybody was like, yeah, do it. And so I could have made the video on the day that it popped and everybody would have been happy, and then a video on the update where update on this, and then another. I could have milked this subject for content for like no tomorrow, right? But I am sick and tired of feeding into the machine, in that sense that like everybody's going about something you don't understand. And you know what? Lilith actually showed very, 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 very nicely how to reach them. How to reach them without having to go crazy. So let me explain to you what essentially Lilith backed off on the update. If you guys haven't looked on the Discord, there is a message here where they remove the resource assistance and looting limits that were proposed in the update. Okay, so there's a very important part of this message that everybody should keep an eye on that isn't this. Okay, because everybody's focused on this. But not enough people are focused on the most important part, in my opinion, the most important part of all of this message. Okay, I'm gonna read it out loud for you guys. Since the update announcement, we have carefully observed the feedback and ratings of the summer chapter and found that 73% of governors objected to the following change. I want to ask you a question. How many of you folks have gotten that petition signed where there was 1,000+ signatures? How many of you like boycotted spending or I don't know, posted on the Facebook page or made rant videos or whatever on earth you did? Do you think that everything you did counts in the 73% they mentioned right there? Not a single signature on a petition worked. Not a single pissed off message on Discord worked. Not a single F you Lilith on Facebook worked. What did work is very simple. Every single update, they have a thing on the update that says click here to give us feedback. And this never worked, but this now does work. 73% of the feedback means this, which now gave us a very clear indication as to what data Lilith are looking at when they are looking at what we like and we don't like. We've obviously said this a million times before. Lilith is a data-driven company, which means we got to give them the data that backs our claims. When people clicked here and gave negative feedback, 73% negative feedback, this is what caused them to go, whoa, I'm out. Now we know. And so what is there to learn? And this is the number one thing I have to tell you all. And I think we'll be done after this. That right there is how you reach Lilith. Not a content creator, not a streamer, not a YouTuber, not a mail, not a petition, not a Discord. Nothing. Because nobody looks at it. Think about it. Lilith have a mechanism that gathers data for them. When you create a petition, you own the data on the petition. It doesn't... Think about being on Lilith's end, okay? Do you actually think that someone in Lilith goes into the Discord and takes the upvotes and downvotes of suggestions into account on their data analysis? No, it's all automated. Do you think that they go into your privately made petition and look at how many people signed the damn thing and what the results were? No, they need... This is automated. They ask questions which give them 100% automated data feedback that is based exactly on what they of what they do. And so when you click on that and you submit your feedback, it plays into the Lilith machine of the correct data that they need to get. I've been telling you guys this every single time. Every single time we have a problem, sending support a bajillion messages will not help. All they're going to do is they're going to be like, okay, we're getting a billion messages a day on this subject. Anything that includes this subject, go to that folder. And when that calms down, we'll get to it. But this right here goes directly into Lilith. And we see it. How do we see it? Right here. the feedback and ratings. They've told you this is how you reach them. So for those of you out here, rebellion starters, petition leaders, boycott individuals, they definitely hear the feedback. It doesn't matter, police state. The only person that hears the feedback is the community team. The community team has very little say in all of this. This is data. The community team isn't a bunch of opinions. Police state, I can tell you with 100% confidence that I can find you in the Discord just as many praises as I can find you people getting mad at it. Because believe it or not, other people had different opinions. And there's even folks in this chat that said they like the change. People sometimes listen to third-party people, though. That's why I say they wait for your response on subjects like over other creators. Well, I blew your mind with this info, I guess. Yeah, guys, I've always worked to help the community out in some shape or form, and the only problem is I don't like when people sell snake oil. Okay, pretending like the petitions work. Or that and again, I'm going to say this as an example, but personally, my personal, not even Gecko, the individual behind Gecko, okay? I like Baba. I think he's a cool guy. I think he's very misunderstood. I think he is an awesome guy in general. I like him for who he is. He and I have had our ups and downs. He's come into the stream a couple of times and said things for better or worse. When I use him as an example is not because I'm trying to bash on him. I think he's a great guy. I like him. I understand people's thoughts and opinions, and I get everybody. My personal take is I like the guy, okay? So when I'm using him as an example, don't take it as me going at him, because it's not the point. But when Baba made his thing where he stopped spending, nothing changed. Nothing changed. Everybody went wild, and then he went back to spending. Everybody went back to spending, and nothing changed. This has happened many a times. And Baba, when he goes into these things, he truly believes he can make a change. That's why he does it, or else he wouldn't waste his time doing it. He is a very, very, very successful businessman that shouldn't spend a single second doing random stuff on Rise of Kingdoms, and yet he does, okay? So just remember, every time you see him, even if it's for the wrong reasons or even whatever it is, remember that at the end of the day, he's doing something while majority of people are making their own money in their own life and not wasting time on this, right? Baba made a movement. Nothing's changed. We've done boycotts before. Nothing's changed. This is how you get to them. I want you to understand how you get to them. You petitioners, you community managers, you kings and king discords that were made and all that BS. Bottom line, see that? This is where you need to send your people. Every time there's something that needs to change, and it's not only updates. Rise of Kingdoms consistently send this feedback link. If we go look, I wonder if I have here because of the war. If we go look at the system messages we get, and I'm going to try to look for a couple of other ones. They very often ask for our suggestions. They more often than not actually ask for our suggestions. VIP code if anyone wants it. Whoever saw it, whoever catches it, go for it. I don't even think I have I didn't even know this happened. What do you know? I was wondering where this came from, this voucher. I had a voucher, I didn't know where it came from. I guess I spent money and it didn't complete it. One of these days, I got the voucher for it. But then I did buy it. That's weird. Every time you want to make a change for boys and girls, for the love of God, when the feedback link is there, that's your time to shine. Get your kingdom, get your community, get your people involved. You want the change to be done, go into the feedback, the official Lilith feedback, and there you voice your opinion. That's where the place is, because I'll tell you what they do. They put this link out. Okay, they put this link out, And then they have someone in the office whose task is to keep up with the data of this. And that's the big difference. The big difference is that there is someone whose job, it literally is someone's job to go through these feedbacks and set them up. Your petition, your OnlyFans, your Patreon, your SurveyMonkey, your Facebook post doesn't have someone whose job it is to go there and extract the data into something Lilith can understand. And here's someone's job it is to collect this feedback. Always go this way. This is your route. This is how you get change to happen. And the feedback, every time there's feedback to give, make sure you as a community give your feedback constantly. Complaining on Facebook doesn't help. Petitions on Discord don't work. Suggestions on Discord are nice, but usually don't work. They use those suggestions to kind of get ideas on what to do. I know that. While I don't disagree the best way to provide feedback is the feedback link, I do believe that Lilith also pay attention to the various Discord. Paying attention is not the thing. They would be stupid not to. They wouldn't be stupid not to. They wouldn't be stupid not to. They're not a North American company. Lamb. They're not a North American company. They're a Chinese company. The folks they hire to look at Facebook, at Discord, at our social medias are social media managers who know English, who understand some of the English and some of that aspect of it. Leo walks into a meeting, Rusty Leo into a meeting where 90% of the folks are either developers or business guys who don't care a single rat's ass about the community's opinion, because what they say is, why does Lamb's opinion matter when we are making more money than we've ever made every single month? You can be you can be 100% right, okay? But they're still making $30 million plus every single month. And a slight dip in revenue might make a change. But they are here for 3 years now, and they've been doing this for 3 years now, and they've been building this game for 3 years. For 3 years now. Do you truly think that they don't know what they're doing? I mean, they've got us this far, right? For better or worse. They've got us this far. So I don't know how you or me, for that matter, can pretend like we know what's behind their business. The reason I think that I have a little bit of a better understanding is because I work in software, so I know what the kind of like the life cycle they go into building this game. But you cannot argue with results. No harm in signing a petition if you send in-game also. I mean, again, sure, if you're sending the in-game feedback, you can also do everything at the same time, right? You can choose to sign the petition, do the feedback, put a Facebook post, put a Discord post, do everything you want, make a video, do everything you want to do. But if you didn't put in the Facebook, the in-game suggestion, then the feedback, then the rest is like... Yes, the suit's decision is based on data, but any successful gaming company has its pulse on the community. And again, I don't see an unsuccessful gaming community. I see a very successful gaming company, and they seem to be just fine. They seem to be doing just fine. I understand what you're saying, and I agree with you, Lam. I think that their biggest sin is that they don't pay attention enough to the community. But you can't argue with the results. And what you're saying is, if they wanted to be better, then they would have their pulse on the community even further. I agree. But a company making 30 million bucks a month, it could be making 50 and even 100 if it actually listened to us. But if they're happy with the 30 a month, then what do you do about it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I legitimately think Lilith are happy with what they're doing and how they're going, and rightfully so. They've built something very, very good that has had its ups and downs, lefts and rights, and we've struggled. I don't even know if we kill this barb. We've struggled with plenty of controversy, and we've struggled with plenty of drama, and we've struggled with plenty of bad decisions too. And the game is still here. So, I mean, you can't argue with the fact that the game is still here, right? And the devs, I mean, they got this far. Chinese server revenue is still pumping. It doesn't matter at all. Yeah. It doesn't take a brain surgeon to know everybody's up in arms. You absolutely lager beer. That's the problem. What you said exactly is literally the problem. You have no clue who is everybody. The fact that you should understand. Let me explain something to you, okay? And I'm gonna put some stuff on the screen, okay? Let me find this stuff. Just a little bit of context, okay? Just a little bit of context. On the Google Play account, okay? Google Play, which is Android only. Android only. They'll have over 1,700,000 reviews, which is actually bonkers. It's also very paid for, I would assume. But regardless, I mean, you get a little bit of extra rewards for putting in. Yeah, you can see a bunch of 1 stars, 2 stars. That's not the point. There's reviews in a lot of them. And secondly, the important part of all of this is this number right here, okay? This is Android installs only. Now, let's pretend that 80% of that is bots, okay? 80% of that is bots. So that means 10 million players in Rise installs are real people in Rise of Kingdoms, okay? Android alone, 10 million. And we're going wild with 80% being bots, but I'm going with you. 10 million, okay? Now, if I go on YouTube very quickly, and I go into... Yeah, how do you know? And we go into my subscriptions very quickly. I can see some of the things that I watch or don't watch. We're going to click on a couple of things very quickly. Okay, if this could be any slower, it would be really nice. I'm going to click on Shinchi. We're going to click on Chisco. We're going to click on Wick. We're going to click on... Where is he? Drago. Okay. Shinchi 42. Click on these real quick. Shinchi 42, 66.2 thousand subscribers. Okay. Good for him, by the way. Good for all of these guys. But bear with me. Stay with me. I'm trying to give you all the numbers on the screen. Chisco Gaming, biggest content creator in Rise of Kingdoms, 133,000 subs. Very, very, very nice. Very nice. We just hit 35,000. Thank you, by the way, for that. That was like this week, which was actually really awesome. John Wick with a 23,000. One of the youngest creators that has blown up the most. And rightfully so. You have John Wick with 23,000 subscribers. And we have Dragothian with 27,000 subscribers. Okay. But Gecko, what are you trying to say? I'm trying to say that the biggest content creator out there has 133,000 subs. If we combine everybody's content creators combined subs together, that's 500,000. Let's go with 500,000. Each of us has 100K, okay? We don't even get to 500,000 subs, but whatever. Let's continue with a little bit more numbers really quickly before we close this out. I don't know if there's a way for us to see how many people exist on this Discord. But if we go look at the offliners, online and offline real quick, there's 12,426 governors. There has to be a better way to know how many people are on this Discord. There has to be a better way. But you know what? We'll round it up to 50,000, okay? Let's round it up to 500,000. And add on top of all of this, all the subscribers and all the Discord followers and everything, okay? Everything combined, we hit 1 million. We hit 1 million, okay? If you take 1 million people who are the outspoken, the folks who are engaged in the community. If you take the people who are engaged in the community, okay, and you blow up the numbers, 235k people on Rise of Kingdoms Discord, fine. Make it 1 million, okay? You're still not getting 10% of the Android users alone. You're still not getting... Click on the name. No. Or is it? Should be in here. No. Where are we? We're here? Yeah, we're here. Welcome, server info. Maybe in server info. I never joined the Rise of Kingdoms Discord. Anyway, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Point is, there, even if there's 1 million outspoken players, okay, that's still 10% less than Android's downloads alone. If we skeptically say that there is half of the players on Android on iOS as there is on Android, then there's 15 million total active players. 1 million is still less than 10% of the players in the game, okay? So to say everybody was mad because half of the people out there were upset, it's not everybody. As a matter of fact, not even 1% of the community was mad about it. Not even 0.5% of the community was mad about it. And I can promise to you that. Majority of the community wasn't even clued on what's going to happen or even cared that that change made any difference to them. That's facts. All of you are a different kind of player. You're the players who are engaged in the community. Majority of the players are not like that. Just like majority of the players are not big whales. So not everybody was upset, but 73% of the active voices in the community put a negative feedback, and that's what helped. If, realistically speaking, we can have a situation in which 1 million players come into the community as active people who are all about supporting Lilith, and then every negative opinion will also have a positive one, right? Most of those Android, but homie, I went with from 50 million downloads down to 10. 80% I discounted. You want to discount more than 80%? You want to, how much more you want to discount? 90%? There were 50 million downloads. Remember that, right? So we discounted 80% already. No, Alloys. All the spenders are not mad. Majority of the spenders couldn't care less. Do you think, again, do you actually think that the 10 players that spend over $10,000 a day in Rise of Kingdoms matter more than the 2-3 million players that spend $1 a day? See it, Titch. I like the changes though, see? If spenders like MF didn't care we'd be effed, it wouldn't have mattered. Doesn't matter what MF thinks. That's what you don't realize. MF is one guy. Even if he spent 300, 400k on the game, there's a mass amount of people that spend $1 a day every day that outspend everything he spent in 3 years. That's what you guys don't get. So the feedback acts as a simple which Lilith see as a reflective of most of... I think that the feedback is a designated place where Lilith have designated their own resources to understand what we feel. Okay? It's not that petitions or videos and rants and all that are not needed. Everything is nice. But the feedback form is a place where Lilith designated their own company resources in order to build that place and in order to maintain it, or else nobody would have just, you know, why would they bother to make a form and a feedback thing if they're not going to do anything with it, right? Think about the waste of time that is. Even if it's like just a perception play. But again, and for the record, it's been a perception play, in my opinion, for years. Years we've had this feedback and nothing happened with it. I truly think that the reason this feedback is working nowadays is Leo and his crew and the folks from the community management that took the time to take this resource that Lilith put in place, and instead of it just being a placeholder, they actually did something with the data. I understand, Purge. I definitely don't discredit the voice that the big players have, but I'm also saying that it's not as big as most people think. Remember when Baba said he offered to invest in Lilith and they turned him down? Yep, I guess. I don't keep up with the background noise, Posh. Like, all these things to me are background noise. Apostles, thank you for subscribing. I'm a mid-tier spender. It was a game killer for me. I don't think it's a game killer for you. I truly don't think it's a game killer for you. I just think that you would have to adapt. That's all. We would all have to adapt. Let me go on a round on the farms real quick, because today I actually, for the first time in the last few days, I was like, today was my least farming day. Let me go around the farms real quick, take a look and make sure everything is okay, and we'll go back into the big account for more action. .3% have Minamoto maxed. That's no whale in the game that really matters. There's no whale in the game that really matters. There you go, Roman. That's a really, really... I'm actually going to use that as a reference. Thank you. 0.3% of the community maxed Mina. So think about how many spenders out there haven't even maxed them, because I know people who haven't maxed them. My main issue was looting from cities, since I love zeroing them. That still wouldn't stop you from zeroing cities. So they're actually going to change the 200 million cap. They canceled it. It's not going to happen because of the feedback. I think I'm actually still going to make the video tomorrow and kind of just rant about how this worked and just kind of like give my opinion on why I think this worked and how I think that we need to utilize this momentum. And I would encourage, you know what? I'm gonna ask you guys, those of you out here who are watching the stream right now, don't, I'm not saying share, okay? I'm saying watch the video yourselves, and if you think that it's something that is important for everybody to know, just share it with your alliance. At the end of the day, what I want to do is I want to get to the point where every single player knows where they need to, how they need to behave and where they need to go when we reach panic mode, right? When it's like, all right, panic mode time, then everybody needs to know they need to go to the feedback page, to the feedback, add the feedback, get alliance leaders and kingdom leaders to potentially make like a Discord room in their own Discord, where it's like a feedback room where the kingdom can together come up with like a feedback response, and then you post it in your Discord, and then that way the whole kingdom can just go into the Discord, copy paste that, and just help out with the movement that way, or something like that. Yeah, what up, Chillweed? How you doing? Do I farm 200 million a day though? I do not. I do not. I personally don't. But if I the problem is not keeping up every day. The problem is what happens when you gather 1 billion resources in a month, let's say, and then you forget to transfer them. The night before fights, you can only transfer 200 million. What this would require of you is essentially just remember to transfer resources way ahead of time and keep up with making sure you use your cap daily. If you use your cap daily, I very much don't believe that you cannot get all the resources you'd need, right? Even on a 30-day break from KVK, which is relatively low nowadays, you would still end up getting a good 6 billion resources if you get your 200 million every single day, only in the break. And so if you keep getting resources as KVK is going on, you can easily end up with like 8 billion resources being sent to you at the end of this whole scenario. So How am I in Rise of Kingdoms instead of in maintenance? Is it in maintenance? I'm not on maintenance. I'm online. And we just switched accounts, so... I know what I'm gathering so much food. But I am. Leave these level 5s for the other farms. Gotta grab this gold while we still can. We gotta also spin the free spin. Give me resources. This is the only time you don't want a commanders. Like, I don't need that. I don't need no commander sculptures or stars. Lovely. The farm definitely appreciates that. Freebie. Woo! Poof. Come on, resource. Nice. That's nice. That's a day's worth of gathering right there. But you don't need to gather 200 million a day, right? You just got to make sure that that at the end of the day, right before you transfer resources, you make sure that you have enough transferring time to transfer the amount of resources you got. That's all it is. That's all it is. There's nothing more to it. It's not like rocket science. If you have 2 billion resources to transfer, you got to make sure you do it 10 days ahead of time. That's it. That's all. Or you choose to burn one of your farms at a 30% tax, which is completely fine, and then you can end up with double the resources, right? But 30% tax sucks. Let me switch back. Get this account on as well. I got rigged on the 50 wheel spins, only got 8 heads for the commanders. Twin Lucy, I may have spun a 5x earlier today or yesterday for Guan, and I may or may not have gotten twice the 8 in the 5 spins. It kind of baits me. It knows that I don't want to spin. So it's like double 8s. Maybe it'll get you to spin more. I actually took a screenshot if you don't believe it for the record, but I like these OG songs. Yeah. These are for these are older ones. All of these are older ones. Chat, if you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to slap a like on it and hit that subscribe down below if you are new to the channel. I believe the likes are now enabled, so we should be good on that department. I want to open you, and when I open you, I want to close you. It'll just make things a little smoother. Very smart, Gecko. Let us only listen to their own feedback mail, not to their own random petitions. Exactly. $1,000 people signed this petition, but can you see the results? And can you verify that the results are real? And can you make sure that this is not like a bot scenario giving opinion? Lilith have no control over random petitions because Lord knows who did what with those random petitions, right? But when it's their controlled environment and you give them that feedback, then, I mean, they cannot ignore it anymore. Yeah, so this is the farm we started building a week ago. Will I craft before past 6 opening? I don't know, KM. I don't think we'll have enough materials by then. Maybe we'll be able to craft the pants for infantry if we get enough materials, because we should be getting Ian's Ballads tomorrow and Shadow Legion Sunday. So if we do Shadow Legion quick enough, I hope we do. We do Shadow Legion like on the Sunday before the KVK, the fights start. That way we get the extra materials. We might. They should have updated equipment refining. That would be nicer thing. Well, yeah, they should do a lot of other things over what they chose to do. Chat, would you believe in 1 week this account went from 0? We made it live on stream last Wednesday. It's been literally 7 days since we've opened it. I'm not saying that this is like the fastest the City Hall 17's ever gotten, right? but I haven't spent a single dime. I did not buy anything. I did not buy a bundle. I did not buy resources. I did not do anything. I just lived off of the squad chests and off of gathering by myself and or like getting gems from the chests and buying resources with that in the courier station. That's it. 7 days. And yes, I used as many speed. I mean, we got a bunch of stuff just from being in squad, which is awesome. And all the speed ups that I've gotten, I have either. I mean, look at how many speed ups there is still left over in here. I spent, right? I did not hold back. Every time I could speed up something, I did, just for the sake of like building quicker. Every time I could build, I can speed something up, I did it. And this will even help us. Wait for 30 health real quick so we can get more. From 0 to hero. Yeah, from 0 to useful, right? At City Hall 17, 4 marches, that's the goal right there. And now I am kind of just gunning a little bit towards getting this leveled up. So transferring resources is cheaper. Remember, 1% drop on the tax rate every single level. So if I want to transfer, if I want to get to the point where I'm transferring resources consistently, I want to get this as high level as I can. So this should be 17. For that, we need the gold mine as well. I think we got the helps we needed. I think that's on the new building. Okay, so I've been using my speed ups. I've been using the speed ups. So it's not like this, and it goes to show like we got a lot of speed ups out of this thing. All right, I kind of want to push a little bit more. Kind of want to give, oh nice, that's what I wanted. That's exactly what I was waiting for, to proc her, because she gives us resource tiles for gems. It's a farm, chat. It's a farm. It's job to get resources at all costs. It's gems, if it's free spins, if it's whatever. You'll have to TP every day since some kingdoms don't allow farms in zone 3. Nodes in zone 1 and 2 are smaller than zone 3. Actually, the nodes in zone 2 and 3 are not that bad. They're not that bad. They fixed that quite a lot. So the nodes out here are fairly good. I'm in zone 2. I'm in even zone 1 with my big account and with my farms, and it's completely fine. And yeah, the problem is you are going to need to adapt. It's kind of crazy, right? It's almost like what you're telling me is you realize how entitled it is to say, oh, but this is TP problem. Then freaking sit outside and or don't or use TPs. Like, what do you want? Zone 3 sucks. Not most people cram themselves in zone 3 and go find gold in zone 3. Go find gold in zone 3. I spread my farms around zone 1. I decided we're only making 3 farms per area, and you know what? What we'll do is, yeah, teleport here. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 200 million each, whatever the heck. Teleport to the other side. 1, 2, 3. Osiris tiles increase later in the game. I don't know if zone 1 and all that and resource tiles and all that is the same at all levels. In my kingdom, you can get level 6 nodes in zone 1, no problem. But again, this could be like a thing of the kingdom being older. Maybe the younger kingdoms don't have as many tiles in the beginning or whatever the heck not. I don't know. I don't know how it goes in the new kingdoms. We don't even have the troops yet to gather level 6s. Like, I think we're gathering a level 5 here. Yeah, we're gathering a full level 5. We have enough troops to gather 2 level 5s. That's it. And so this is the next struggle, right? The next struggle is going to be to train enough sieges out there. So I've actually been cleaning after tiles just because. Wow. Did you guys see? You guys notice? I don't think you guys noticed. 576. We'd be like less than 1,000 short. This is less than 1,000 short. And it just like speed up a couple of troops and that should do the trick. I should be training these still, even though their troop load is much lower. Better to have more of these with lower troop load until I get more sieges than not. Essentially, I'm training a lot more in the 1 hour and a half, training 4 times as many, if not more. Even though their troop load is much lower, better to have quantity for now than quality until we get enough quantity of quality. If that makes any sense. So 756, now we have enough. Perfect. Gold pit in a small farm alliance is the way to go. Yeah, but again, gold pit means you need to sit around the gold pit, and everybody and their grandma is around the gold pit. And now everybody is fighting for the same tiles because everybody's surrounding the gold pit. Yeah, I live in zone 1 too. Change Civ for troop load bonus. That's not a bad idea. That's actually not a bad idea at all. But either way, like, eventually we will get enough sieges, right? So this is just a matter of time now. And the more we stay in squad and get speed ups, essentially, the more we will... This is not good. When did this happen? There's no way I wasn't online 24 hours. Interesting. I may have misclicked. Okay. What we need. We sent the farm. And this farm is still in self-sustain mode. This farm is not even gathering like to gather. But just to give you a little bit of context with the gathering boost, level 5 tile. Oh, wait. We'll give it a minute. Should take less than 3 hours, right? This puts us now at 4, 8, 13. And there's one more farm. 17 plus my 5, so 22 marches that are gathering for me whenever they gather. I have up to 22. So technically speaking, if I keep gathering nonstop, I can get to a point with 5 gathers a day where we can gather over 110 million of one resource. There's no gold in zone 1. Don't bother looking, says Misty. I agree. Don't come to zone 1. There's no gold. There's no gold, there's no resources. It sucks. Don't come here. You're right, Misty. I apologize. We do not know what resources are in Zone 1. You know what really sucks about a new farm, by the way? Not only training troops, but also leveling up commanders. Like, man, when you have billions of these books on your accounts, you don't pay attention. But you know how hard and annoying it is to get your gatherers to level 40? That's so annoying. It is so annoying. Seasonal event will be nice. It'll drop us a little bit of healing stuff. Like, look at the resources on this account too. Very nice. It'll drop us a little bit of more books and stuff like that, so we can get something going. I need to get my commanders leveled up. But speaking of this farm, this is the latest farm. We need to do Soroli on all the farms. You remember my taco village back in 1059? I do. When can I spectate Hurricane KVK? After the fog defogs for zone 7. Monday War, baby. I'm looking forward to it. I have to take Tuesday and Wednesday off next week. Manager's not going to be happy, considering I practically took all this week off. You really shouldn't have. Ooh, perfect. Keys and resources for the whole kingdom. I'll take it. Claim this. Look at that, chat. 7 days in a row on this farm. Hog. I think that this farm also is lacking troops. I'm pretty confident this one's also lacking troops. But this one, I just can't be bothered to train. Although I can just, like... You know what I'm saying? But... Anyway. Got a little bit of this going on. This account, this farm... is actually also on self-sustain mode, although it is it did gather some gold for me and whatnot earlier stages. But this farm is also in self-sustain mode because it's literally like the wall away from 22. And then, of course, the city. And we need for that this. But I don't know if y'all saw this, but it has a thing now. Ooh. So we can get it. It has a thing now when you don't have enough resources, even if you open all your bags into that said resource, it'll be like, you don't have resources, don't bother trying. So we've been on a gathering madness to unlock on this account a 5th March, which once we do, then it's all about like we're done building up the account. I mean, I do occasionally build these up, just randomly pop them up if I can. Because why the heck not get those leveled up as well? They're very cheap to level up, and long term they're very good. But once you hit a certain level, I just don't bother pushing forward. We could push forward and keep reaching a point where we train T4s and have like a T4 buffer thing on this account where we can go defend buildings and stuff like that if we want to. I'm not at a point resources wise where I have enough resources in my main account on the big account to comfortably just say, yeah, that's fine. Let's leave some resources for these accounts to grow. Up to 22 makes sense, but up to 25 is to be able to get into the KVK and be able to be helpful is just so overwhelmingly expensive that I think that majority of folks just can't afford to get there. What do you think about the new KBK? I'm not sure if I like it. I'm not sure anyone likes it, but I don't really know. We're going to have to see how it evolves, right? It's already getting some updates. And I mean, I do believe that KVK will be a lot better than it is right now. But folks in there are just dummy test dummies right now. So unfortunately, it is what it is. Hooray! All right. So now we're one building away from 22. Let's get another one of these up as well because we have a second building queue. And then we can go on making bones whenever we get eventually gathering equipment. I mean, I'm going to stick with the growth gathering for a little bit more. I'm pretty confident that I can, within a couple days, really gather everything I need in order to secure City Hall 22. And once we secured City Hall 22... then everything else, then we have a 5th March to gather with, right? That's 25% more gathering, which is very nice. What's my take on Trajan Herald? Not a bad pair. Your Herald is going to make it a little bit nicer to defend Trajan from getting swarmed. And Trajan's always nice on the field. Always nice on the field. All right, so we do have enough troops at this point on this account to be able to fully gather 4 level 6 tiles, which is very good. And we have a little bit of troops to spare to the point where we might consider maybe we're able to... No, not... Maybe we would be able to... Maybe not. We would be able to get another level 6 tile. But even if not, like the second we have a 5th March, we're just going to crank these out. And get our 5th March all nice and tidy. And then as time goes by, it'll be more of these and less of the rest of the troops that are out there gathering. So a level 21 farm, just for the record, not the craziest of researches, you know what I'm saying? It's not like it's the craziest of farms. As you can see, even our research queue is empty, and we can definitely go ahead and queue something like Chisel just to get even some extra gathering. You can see that even like Chisel's not even there type of thing. Like there is ample of places where this farm can improve, okay? Ample of places, and even with this kind of a farm, we're hitting the 2.5 hours to 3 hours gathering a level 6 tile. Yeah, 3 farms level 25. What do I think? I think that's nice. I'm slightly jealous. Did you build them all, or did you have folks who quit the game give you some level 25 accounts? I kind of wish that happened with me, you know. I never really chased people who are quitting the game if I can have their accounts. But heck, if some folks from 401 or from anywhere I'm in leave the game and have Android accounts that they're not doing anything with, I can tell you that I know a few folks who have gotten like over 10 farms like that of people who quit the game and had like themselves and 2 other farms, and they just gave away the accounts to the folks who have kept playing. which is very nice. This, by the way, what I'm doing is a cardinal sin. I never use resources for these things. I never use them. I keep every single piece of resource for the big account. It's just specifically right now we are in growth, a little bit of a growth scenario for this particular account, just to hit City Hall 22. And when we hit City Hall 22, we get a little bit of more researches, like properly set up. That's 5 marches, which would be nice. And this also, by the way, for the record, is in 401, obviously, but as you can see, it is not with the other 3 farms. It is way out here. It is actually in zone 2, not in zone 1, and it's completely by itself, just chilling. Also, there's a guy right here. I don't know what his story is. I know what happened with him. Teddy. I don't know what happened with him. But 54 million power player. I guess he got zeroed. I don't know what. But 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which means he had tech. He has enough tech for City Hall 16. For 6th March. So there is something in here. I don't know what happened with him. He quit the game. I don't know. This is always nice. Yeah, I never use these. Once I open these, I want to not use them. Once I open those, it's just to send them to the big. But for the sake of hitting City Hall 22, we're just going to use a little bit of resources. I did build them all. Nice. I'm tempted to do 2 more, but it feels like it's still enough. And so boring to upgrade 22. I agree. It's a nightmare. I don't know why I started 1. I should have started like 3 at the same time. Maybe one of these streams I'll just be so bored that we're just gonna take like a 6-screen split and make 6 farms back to back, like next to each other. See how far we can get all 6 farms on a 2-3 hour stream. Like imagine 6 farms to City Hall 10 on the 1 stream, or 11, which is 3 marches, and just that's 18 new marches that can gather, which is very nice. You don't need to get to City Hall 22 technically, but again, the higher the level, the more your trading building is, and that less you pay. Did I miss the rant? It wasn't really a rant. I don't know if you noticed, Rise of Kingdoms backed off of their change, so rant kind of is useless at this point. All right, 1 more account to hop to. Also got to go to the jumper, send it to gather again. We've been doing a lot of that lately. Memu's hot summer sale. My talent for Joan for Canyon. I don't have a talent for Joan for Canyon, Daniel. Exactly, that's the trick. When you do one, is just copy it. Takes like 10% more time, but 100% more resources and efficiency. Yep. To make one, we might as well make 10 if you can. Make as many as you can in one take. Heck, get them to City Hall 11, and that's 3 more marches gathering for you. Can I get the TLDR of my concerns if you don't change it? I actually didn't have that many concerns. I think it would be... I personally think it would make the game more challenging if they added that limitation. Because now you gotta keep your hand on the pulse. If you miss the day transferring resources, that's 200 million resources less you have, period. End of the game. That's it. Over. That's it. You did not gather. You did not transfer your 200 million. You're lost. So again, personally, I didn't have too much of a beef with that. My issue with that is that now you have to have a reliable source of 200 million resources every single day. When in reality, in the majority of the community, it just doesn't happen. I can promise to you right now, okay? And again, This is not a diss. This is not a disrespect. This is not a call out. This is nothing of that sort, okay? This is an observation, which is a fair observation. I can promise to you, there are many people in 401 with more resources than they need. Many 401 folks have more resources than they need. And that's a fact, okay? And then the question is what they want to do with the many resources that they have left over. Some of these folks are very generous and kind and they help out others. Some folks don't. And that's okay too. I have no doubt in my mind there's a few folks in our kingdom that have billions of resources that they just don't want to share. Which is fair. But when they do choose to share them, it's usually during war when they see someone like putting in a ton of effort and they want to help out that individual. Okay? And that's where the 200 million cap is a little bit of a problem, because it essentially requires of the people who gather to ahead of time distribute their resources rather than make the choice during the KVK that they want to help said individual because of the effort and energy they've put into it. And I'm a good example of that. When I migrated into 401, I didn't know too many people, and I'm a content creator. Sure, people are helping the content creators a lot more than randoms. I cannot disagree with that. But nobody had okay, well that sucked. Nobody needed to help me, okay? People helped me out of their kindness. But I also know that people helped me during the war because some of those folks who helped me during the war saw that my Zenobia was everywhere and I was not letting anything go down, and they were like, you know what? I'm gonna help the guy out. They were not planning on doing it. They did not want to do it initially, which again, I'm not dissing anyone. It's okay. But when they saw what happened, they're like, yo, let me help the man out. Like, he's going nuts. That's the kind of stuff it'll limit. And that's the only thing about that update that kind of upset me. That now you need to essentially have folks distribute resources ahead of time. That's all. That's really the only thing that was really problematic in this whole update. What up, Sin? Production per hour on a level 25 farm, quarry, gold mine, and lumber mill are insanely good. I agree. But to get there is a pain in the butt. A little bit more of this. We have been gathering here today to get the event and the keys. What really annoys me is that 2070, even though technically speaking KVK popped and we didn't register, technically speaking we're officially in Season of Conquest. But you really aren't in Season of Conquest until you land on your first Season of Conquest. So like the intermission time between Season 3 and Season of Conquest does not count as Season of Conquest, and therefore a lot of the Season of Conquest things are not available yet. Like if you look at the Vikings event, for example, no key yet, and that's because of us technically not being Imperium yet, but this being Season of Conquest yet. But at least this changed, so that's good news. We have Guan on this account. I guess we could spin for Herald. We could spin for Herald. I mean, we don't have gems. We're gonna spin like the minimum, the 10 spins. But if we spin for Herald, Herald is already like, we've already spun a lot for Herald. It would work him up even more. Or are you considering making 6 farms? Why not? Have we not unlocked CJ yet? Okay. Never mind. We're spinning for CJ. We are spinning for CJ. Time to whale up. We'll get there. I need to buy some bundles. I haven't been paying too much attention to this account because I've been just going full ham on the big account. And then when that KVK ends, we're going to start setting up this account too. Why am I making six farms? 3 for the big, 3 for the jumper. We need more gathering. That's all we need. I haven't been here today. Damn. Our gold chest and CD. I have no idea. I don't pay attention to those things. I'm not gonna lie to you. We can take a look right now. I don't pay attention. Oh, it's one. I heard they're pretty whaley. They should be. They should be. But apparently I haven't been here today, which is weird. How did I miss it in the rotation today? I mean, 2070 are pretty whaley in general. I really just need to keep get a couple of extra farms in here. I need to migrate the K2 farm in here. Actually, we'll do that later today so I don't forget. Because that's the big farm. That one has like 7 million powers. Like I think it's almost City Hall 25. I think it's City Hall 24. With some T4 calves. Today we zeroed a bunch of farmers in our kingdom. I got 1 billion of each resource. Damn, Sammy. Title explained. Lilith went back on their resource cap update idea thing. Chat, would you be interested in seeing that? Should I set a Saturday stream where we make like 6 farms in simultaneously? AB the Beast, are you here? If I do this, I need to coordinate both with AB the Beast and with Motive. I don't know if Motive is here or Cam. You see if I can get into Squad and if I can get into CD. 3 accounts each, just for the remainder of this, for the duration of the stream, I guess, or for as long as they can be there. Essentially, kick them whenever, and we'll build like 6 farms right next to each other. I'll put like 6 screens. See if I can get 6 screens, 6 accounts going on at the same time while streaming. The big whale guy makes decent content. Who's the big whale guy? But I mean making 6 farms, I mean literally making 6 farm accounts. 3 on 2070 and 3 in 401. But you're gonna build 6 accounts. See if you can get them to City Hall 11. That's all we would really need. City Hall 11. We'll keep pushing them to 17. I stop usually at 17. And then let's put it this way. I push till 17 and then I let it run naturally. Titan. Who's Titan? Who's Titan? I don't know him. What's his YouTube channel? What is his YouTube channel? I don't think you guys can post a link, but you can definitely post his, don't tell me you don't know Titan. I do not. How would I know Titan? What else we need to finish healing? We're almost done with everything. We need food, one stone, and the rest. One food, one stone, and the rest gold. Here we go, baby. We start building up our gold. One food and one stone right next to each other. That's nice. And now gold, baby. He's in 2070. I didn't know he makes a what? What are we talking about? This? The family man, that's cool. I don't know. I didn't know he makes content. I didn't know he makes content. Told you guys, I'm super disconnected. This account is kind of like I literally migrated at the same time KVK and 401 started. It's every time I can't have an attention span for two accounts at the same time. It's just too much. And so I bounce between the two. When it's more KVK and 401, then I'm more in 401. Once we're done with KVK and 401, we're gonna go back to be more in 2070. All right, the level 5 tiles are out. We're gonna spin 5s just for the heck of it, because we need to unlock CJ somehow. Nice, dude. Come on. Come on. Be nice to us. Any? Okay, we get 1. Get 2. All right. That's 2. We're gonna get 5 from this. We don't even have enough gems to spin another 5 times. That sucks. Do we have gems ever anywhere? No, we do. But that's not gonna be enough. Alright. I had to spend a little bit of money later tonight and unlock Chuck. 10 sculptures is important. Titan. Titan of the stars. Oh, nice. Posts daily too. Cool. I've been doing it for a while. Man's been posting for 5 months. Nice. Keep an eye on them. Push that man a little. He deserves some attention. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea at all. Do. Okay, so farms are out in here. We need gathering and we need boost. Today is not a resemblance day of logging into this freaking thing 3 times a day. No, I only spend on the farms the gems on resources, not on the active accounts. Those are gonna need those gems for something else. On the farms, just like what are you gonna do with the gems, right? I do have the bags to get this started. Let me just go ahead and do that. It's just gonna take a while to heal these, so we can start doing arcs as well. Nice. Yeah, screw it. That can go for the next couple of days. I'm fine with it. Nice. All right. Well, we're broke resources wise, but at least now our hospital is clear. We good to go. We good to go. So we gather a little bit of food and stone, so we're not broke. And finally, we need the gathering boost and all the boosts around it, because obviously we got to get that done. So you Okay, so we have still enough to do to pop 24 hours. 24 hours. Nice. You. Clickety clack. You go this way. And then you do that. Trigger the 88. And I'll just gonna keep triggering a couple more of these. 3,000. Need 600 more gems, chat. Lol. Watch there be gems in here. My level 25 farm is like an hour and a half for a level 6 MTL level 6 node, or you should push to 25 and double the resource production and 8% tax only. Again, that's good if your account is active, right? I would still double my production, but my biggest sin is that I'm not active enough on the farms. That's my biggest sin, is that I'm not active enough in my farms. As soon as I'm a little more active on the farms, everything would be different, right? Oh my goodness, we have 2,300 purple silver keys. There's the rest is just holding up. All right, boys and girls, listen, we've been live for about 2.5 hours, I believe, something like that. It's been a chill stream today, nothing very crazy. The vibe is calm. The weekend is coming, and then on Monday we have zone past 6 fights on the big account, which is going to be huge trouble. We're a bit light on resources, which is not a big deal. We have bags that we can survive off of for now. We're a little bit light on troops, and we're a little bit light on the sleeping schedule. So we're gonna have to sit on, and we gotta get some time off of work and get mad streams, because we're gonna stream from the moment that pass ends until the pass starts, until enough of a downtime where it's just sitting there and burning flags and waiting. If it doesn't happen as fast, then we stream for as long as it takes. But we will be streaming for a very long time. 12-hour streams are on the horizon, and probably even more than that. So look forward for that. I appreciate you who dropped like on the stream before you left. Hit that subscribe if you're new. Shout out to all of you awesome folks becoming members, renewing your memberships. You have 69 active members, which is awesome. We talked about resources. We talked about everything. Tomorrow's video, all about the resource change yet again. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next stream. Thank you again from the bottom of my heart for all the continuous support. I appreciate all of you, and take care. See you guys. Bye.